I am Ben. Welcome to my little corner of YouTube. We have another unboxing today. It's delivery day for your paper quest. No idea what's in there. It's still sealed. So, let's open it up and find out what gems we have today. There we go. Right, let's not make a mess. Oh, hello. Ah! That went well. Okay. Oh, I just bought one of these in the indie sale, and now I have a physical copy. I'm so happy. Okay, calm down. So, your Paper Quest September's box is finally here. Summer is slowly coming to an end. The trees are changing colour. The nights are getting longer, and we thought you could use some escapism. Here are two indie books we love featuring the crossing of dimensions. Our first story is Casual Business with Faeries by J.W. Judge, a legal thriller featuring nefarious tooth fairies entangling a contract lawyer who is down on his luck. If you thought fairies were tricky to deal with in most stories, wait until they need you to draft them some legal documentation. A great blend of genres with all the mystique you'd expect of a book with fairies in the title. So that is this one, Casual Business with Faeries. Not heard of this one. So that's that one. Now the next one I have actually just bought. So I now have two copies, but I have a physical. I like my physical books. So our second novel is Duckett and Dyer Dicks for Hire by G.M. Nair, a tongue-in-cheek detective novel that takes our titular duo on a journey through time and space. This is a book that both declines to take itself seriously and simultaneously manages to lead several emotional haymakers. We wanted to feature this book since day one. I am so excited. Oh, hello. Of all the books that I picked up in the Narrates Indie sale, that is kind of the one that I was most excited to read. And now I've got a physical version. I'm so happy. This month we have the joy of partnering with Novel Bookstore, home of the world's first ever book wallets. Exactly what you imagine, they're miniature wallets fashioned in the style of the classics. And now I keep my cards in a tiny copy of Dante's Inferno. We wanted to share a promo code for their store. Check out the QR code to see what they're about. So that would be this. So something for me to have a look at. We have so many questions and comments for authors. No, yes, we're sure you will too. To ask these questions, yeah, okay, that's for me. Okay. So, first off, there's the normal promotion for another author that they've had before. So, in March of 2024, we featured California Hustle, the tale of Grigsby as he tries one last job to save both his and his family's life. We're excited to announce that Jeffrey Messinio has just released his latest detective novel, Bumped Off. So there we go. So there's a shout out for that one. But let's have a look a little bit more detail at the two books that we have got. So Casual Business with Faeries first off. Not all fairy tales end with a happily ever after. In a time when a new breed of fairies are not beholden to the old covenants that have governed the relationship between humankind and fairies for centuries, the Bone Collectors Guild has risen as a force that intends to forever shift the balance of power. Scott Warren finds himself in the middle of a conflict that is generations in the making. Until now, not only did he not know the parties, but he didn't even know they existed beyond the lore and children's stories that were told to him and that he had passed on to his daughter. When someone shows up at Warren's law office claiming to be a fairy, he must decide whether the world is as he's always believed it to be, and if not, are the stakes great enough that it warrants getting involved and placing himself in the crosshairs of the Bone Collectors Guild. Regardless of his decision, he is left with a lasting impression that doing business with fairies couldn't be a more treacherous endeavour. J.W. Judge is a lawyer by day and a novelist by the early morning hours before the sun breaks the horizon. His writing is fueled by vivid dreams and an overactive imagination. His other works include the dark fantasy series, the Zolberry Chronicles, and the non-fiction title Write Your Own Novel One Day at a Time. To learn more about J.W. Judge, go to jwjudge.com to keep up with his current projects as an expectant.com writer. So, as is always the case, we have some little bits inside the books. What have we got? Just those two? Yeah, okay. So your first one is Your Paper Quest. That's very bright, isn't it? Quotation bookmark. So, jealousy must always wait in the wings because it pounces and pricks at the slightest provocation. Okay. And this is a note from the author. You might choose, even after reading the story of what happened to me and my family, to go on celebrating each milestone of children losing a tooth by offering it up to fairies who you think of as cute, little, well-intentioned beings. Not if you've ever read any Fae lore whatsoever on a side point. But when it all goes sideways, don't say I didn't warn you. They are terrible, cunning, beautiful, vengeful, vicious, and fascist. You won't believe me, I understand. Trust me. It took me a long time to come to terms with it myself. You'll see. So just know that me and mine don't do casual business with fairies anymore, and neither should you. I've done my part to hold them at bay, but that doesn't mean it will last. After all, covenants are made to be broken. Scott Warren. So, there's that one. Now, as already mentioned, we have Duckett and Dyer, Dicks for Hire. I'm actually really excited for this. So, we'll take those out first. Michael Duckett is fed up with his life. His job is a drag, and his roommate and best friend of 15 years, Stephanie Dyer, is only making him more anxious with her lazy irresponsibility. Things continue to escalate when they face the threat of imminent eviction from their palatial 5th floor walk-up and find that someone has been plastering ads all over the city for their detective agency. The only problem, he and Stephanie don't have one of those. Despite their baffling levels of incompetence, Stephanie eagerly pursues this crazy scheme and drags Michael kicking and screaming into the fray. But they find they are way out of their depth when they stumble upon a web of missing people that are curiously linked to a sexually audacious theoretical physicist and his experiments with the fabric of space-time. And unless Michael and Stephanie can put their personal issues aside and fix the multiverse, the concept of existence itself may ironically no longer exist. Bit about the author. GM Nair is a crazy person who should never be taken seriously. Despite possessing both a bachelor's and master's degree in aerospace engineering and a job as an aviation and aerospace consultant, he writes comedy for the stage and screen and maintains the blog MakeMomMarvel.com. Now he is making the leap into the highly unlucrative field of independent book publishing. Duckett, Dyer and Dicks for Hire is his first novel, and in a world with a fair and loving God, it would be his last. Alas, he tends to continue. GM Nair lives in New York City and in a constant state of delusion. You can find him trolling the internet at nairforce1@gmail.com, on www.dslinythingdf.com. So, we have our little doodad. The hamburger released an angry yowl and peeled off, retreating into the depths of the forest whence it came. That baffles me. In a good way. The other one is, it's going to be very bright, is this. Hey everyone, thanks for reading our story. I know it's a little out there, but if you... Hey Mike, what you writing? Steph, what are you doing? Why are you writing on my note? I just wanted to be part of the conversation. There is no conversation. Why am I even writing back to you? This conceit doesn't make any sense. That's me. It's your note. I'm just adding a bit of much needed flavour. This is what I get for trying. Anyway, please try to enjoy Duckett and Dyer. Smell you later. So there we go. That's this month's books. I'm very excited. Like, genuinely Genuinely excited. This sounds great. Like, I love my Fae lore. Fae lore, that's the wrong thing. My Fae stories, I love Fae lore. So, and this is Fae lore as well as lore. So, that's going to be great. But this, oh, I'm looking forward to this one. I cannot wait. But there we go. That's today's unboxing video for the 1 month we're in, September edition of Your Paper Quest. Let me know if you've read either of these or they sound interesting to you. Also, what are you reading this month? Let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you all very soon.